And again, I'm going to say it again. I am that all everything that I said. I do want to experience what it's like to drive a Chinese manufactured vehicle. I want to see. I would like to experience it, so I can see for myself firsthand. What that would be like.
Yeah.
And then furthermore, I would like to, and again, hopefully we get to do it.
Yeah.
To do a show from Beijing.
Yeah.
And see how, again, you and I we talk about it all the time. I leave my subdivision. I'm coming back in my subdivision. I see Teslas all over the place.
Right.
Are they as pervasive and widespread used as what we're seeing here in the U.S.?
Right. You're right. No, that'd be good. That'd be good. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. Yeah, I'm right along with you, man. I'm right along with you. Yep. So, interesting thing today, or interesting a thing I heard this week off of and I'm just to reference the Elon Inc. podcast on Bloomberg.
Okay.
They talk anything in all Elon, just different topics.
Right.
Some topics I listen to, political. I kind of stay out of that realm. But a couple interesting things that I heard, I wanted to throw you away.
Yeah.
One of the reporters, when they started talking about the Cybertruck, they made mention that the Cybertruck wasn't even meant for the Earth.
Wow.
And that Elon's big play is getting to Mars.
That second part, I'm super confident about Elon having those thoughts. That first part, we got to rewind the tape. We have to rewind what you just said. So the Cybertruck was never intended for Earth. Is that what you said?
I would say never intended.
Okay.
He's intending for the Cybertruck to be on Mars. He is preparing. I got to take the notes.
All right.
His goal is to have 1 million people inhabiting Mars in 20 years. Yeah, let that marinate. Now, let's hold it right there,
all
Mr.
Right.
DeBoe.
All right.
Once again, chess, checkers. You're trying to make a car.
Okay.
This man is trying to go to another planet.
And has produced a vehicle that, if I heard you right this time, was intended.
Yes. Yep.
For that other planet.
Right. For the other planet. Now, will it be another model, another iteration?
Yeah, absolutely.
But that is the intention. Now, I also kind of sent you an article about Starlink.
Okay.
And Starlink is this satellites that it shoots up into orbit, right? Via SpaceX.
Right.
And they just won a contract, or I think it was maybe a month ago, with United.
Right.
To provide Wi-Fi service for United. So now you take that, you and I do a significant amount of travel. So we know the major players, Viasat, I think it is, right?
Right.
Go Flight, I think it is.
Yep.
Those folks operate satellites, fixed, where Elon, once again, has mass-produced Starlink satellites that operate actually at a lower orbit. and they can operate at more. They've got more of them out there,
right.
And hence, the theory is that you have more coverage.
Mm.
So they've won this contract with United. If it works, is American and Delta the next ones to come in there? Is the next one to buy the Starlink?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It will be a Me Too play. It will be a Me Too play. Don't forget about me. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're United, I mean, you just think about, to your point, the travel experience. And today, for example, and you know this, domestically, Wi-Fi, you're gonna get it for the most part all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're traveling overseas, there's a part during that trip. There's a part of that segment when you're traveling either over the Pacific or the Atlantic that you lose some of your Wi-Fi. And that's because exactly the point you made, the coverage component.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Wi-Fi signal, I think our viewers can say that if you guys do a lot of traveling, that Wi-Fi signal, it's spotty anyway. It's spotty domestically.
Right.
It's slow. It doesn't go drop out on you.
Right.
And so if he's able to solve that with SpaceX and Starlink, what's the play for Mars and satellite and communication?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's there, man. It's there. And look, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm still thinking about what you said about the Cybertruck.
Cybertruck, yeah. I'm sorry. You can go back. I should have let that marinate in some more. Let's dig into that. Sadat.
Yeah, I mean, look, is it just me? But when I see the Cybertruck, I'm thinking a different planet anyway. It looks like it's a different planet. It doesn't look like any other vehicle that you see driving around. I don't care how you want to say it. It just has a very unique look. It looks like it's supposed to be on a different planet. The wheels, the lights, the shape, the design, the hood. It's bulletproof. I don't know. Who knows why Elon made 9mm gauge can't go through a Cybertruck. I don't know. Are they shooting on Mars? Maybe they are. I don't know. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to come. But it already looks like it's from a different planet, man.
Wow. Yeah. I wanted to. When I heard that, I just shook my head, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because you can see it.
You can. You
can see it.
You can see it.
You can see it. That's the crazy thing is you can see it, man. You can see it.
Yeah, and so threw a curveball at me when you said it, a moment ago, and so I'm thinking to myself, all right, but actually, as I heard you say, as it was coming out of your mouth, it makes sense. It makes sense. Absolute sense.
So I'm gonna hit you with another one. All
right, let's go.
SpaceX recently had a launch where they launched, I think, a billionaire and I think 3 other folks in space.
Yes.
And they were in SpaceX suits, which are smaller, less bulky than regular NASA suits and whomever. And they did their first, I think they were the first civilians to do a spacewalk or something like that.
Yeah.
I believe they were beyond the International Space Station.
Okay.
They were flying at over 17,000 miles an hour. Did their spacewalk. So could these suits in the spacewalk be a plan for Mars? Right? That you're getting the gear ready. You're doing your tests. You're doing all of this stuff.
Right?
To be able to inhabit. Remember what we said. What I threw out there. 20 years. Now, who knows in 20 years? he wants 1 million people to be able to inhabit Mars.
That's insane. I mean, to get 1 million people. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, you said how many people did this spacewalk? 5 people?
Yeah, 5 people. I think 4. I think 4. I think it was 4 people.
4 people. I
Yeah.
mean, to get 1 million people in 20 years. I mean, first you got to start with it always starts with the money.
Right. So the billionaire. So from what I heard is that the billionaire bankrolled it, right? So he bought it, did whatever, and
Right.
Obviously bought his ticket and stuff on the flight. But
Right.
if Elon can get other folks aligned and help the bankroll it, right?
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. I mean, and I'm sure. I mean, of course, there's people are people, right? Who wants to be on Mars by themselves?
Right. You're right.
So
Yeah.
I got a couple of billion. Let me just bring some people with me.
Yeah.
So I can see it. You know what? When you put it that way, right? There's very wealthy people, and frankly, I don't even know I don't know what the cost is. You got to guess it's got to be millions of dollars just per person.
Right.
To fund everything. Obviously paying for the rocket fuel and everything else, right? I mean, but I would say, it is interesting when I think about this because I've heard Elon talk about the environment of the U.S. And this part I will be a little bit critical because he has, in his own words, said he doesn't believe that there's an environmental risk. So now I'm putting on, I'm trying to think through, okay, well, if he doesn't believe that, then, what's the impetus? What's the push to get to Mars?
Right.
Something we don't know? Is this something else?
Right. That's good. That's a good question.
Overcrowding. You hear people. I mean, I think it was like probably my goodness, it was had to be 20 years ago, and I was working for a company, and a girl, a young college kid comes in, and she's saying how she worked on a project to mass produce rice. I guess the word that comes to mind is I'm going to say inorganically, artificial rice, if you will. I can't think of a better way to say it. And you think about that. Rice is a staple for so many people in the world. And and at that point in time, the young lady was saying that there's a risk of food shortage because of overpopulation. Is that what Elon is? I don't know.
Well, he said, I pulled it up here. This is from CNN back in 2022. He tweeted not for the first time, but population collapse. He thinks the population will collapse due to low birth rates. It's a much bigger risk to civilization than global warming.
Well, he must be talking about he must be because Latin America and India don't have any. So
They don't have any problem.
I don't think those parts of the world. I mean, India's it's getting close to China. I mean, it was a time when it was probably about a $400 to $500 million person, people gap. And India's picking up pace, and China, China's kind of got all their rules and regulations around childbirth. But if he's talking about the Western world, absolutely. I mean, I just heard something the other day. I mean, apparently one in 4, young people are saying, "Hey, we don't want to have kids.
Right.
We have no interest in having children." 1 in 4.
Wow.
So it makes sense what he's saying. It makes sense in the Western world, absolutely. So what leave? So let's go back to where you started though. Leave Earth to because of low population growth to trying to connect the dots to why go to Mars. He's saying he's saying that hey, I want to we'll take all the people who want to populate and they're going to go with me to Mars.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's got something. He's just too smart. He's
Right.
just too smart. He's got some reason to get away from this planet that probably he knows if he puts it out into. Hopefully he doesn't, but if he did, if he does, he put it out there. People would
Right.
just go crazy. Everybody's trying to save up their money to get to Mars. I mean, I know I would if found out something that wasn't right here.
So SpaceX has a Mars colonization program.
Okay.
This program aims to send 1 million people to Mars using 1,000 starships sent during a Mars launch window, which occurs approximately every 26 months. So you can only go every 2 years.
Okay.
Proposed journeys will require 80 to 150 days of transit time.
80?
So basically 3 months to 6 months. So 3 to 6 months of travel. And he's already doing population research, what we just talked about.
Right.
He's spending money on that.
Wow. I mean, I don't even like to be in my car for morning. I mean, that's my Model Y, so I take that back. But
Yeah.
that's there was a time where I used to have to travel for work. 2 hours one way every day.
Right.
That's a long haul.
That's a long haul, man.
That is a long haul. Well, hopefully by that time he's innovated the power of the spaceships.
Right.
Enhanced the innovation and maybe it's not such a long duration as what he's. I mean, that's the projected, or that's what it is today. Do you know? Is that what
that's the projected.
That's projected. Okay.
Yeah. That's.
I wonder what it is today.
It says, yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting, man. I mean, look, now you're gonna have. You got me curious to see. What. I got to dig in more to understand his thoughts around this whole topic. I get it's cool. Everyone's talking about it. I'm not even sure. I think it's a point in time when Branson, is it Branson, Richard Branson?
Yeah, Richard Branson. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, him and so it's between Bezos, Musk, and Branson. Bronson. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Branson, right?
Yeah.
Those three guys are the guys that are, trying to push the envelope here. So I don't. And maybe it could be. Not for nothing. It could be ego. It could be Elon trying to be the first.
Flex, right?
Right, trying to flex.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, push the envelope.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But you think about it, the whole reusable spaceship.
Right.
Where they laughed at him because it blew up on the barge, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think all of that's just data. The cars is data. More behavior, human behavior, what's going on in vehicles, right? I just think it just gives them more data and more knowledge to do more with it, right? To do more, and I think that's it. Yeah, and that's man. It's a bigger play.
It's a bigger play. I agree.
It's a bigger play, man. It's a bigger play.
Chess and checkers. Chess and checkers. And look, just think about it, right? It's not just gonna. I mean, you just said it, right? 1 million people by 20 years from now, right? Okay, so rest assured, Bezos and Branson, they got a plan similar to that too. So let's just call it 3 million people. Let's just call it 3 million people.
Right.
that because they're going to try to do the same approach.
Yeah.
Now, I guess to connect it back to Tesla, the interesting part is that none of those guys are, they don't have a Cybertruck.
Right.
So,
You're right.
so again, all right, let's pause it. Let's think about that for a second. So they don't have a Cybertruck. So if Elon is already developing the vehicle that's intended for Mars, he's already got the leg up.
You already got a leg up, dude.
He already got the leg up because he already has the prototype. This is the prototype.
Yeah. Yeah. and then once again he's getting data, right?
Right.
Working out the bugs. Yeah. I mean, you can take this thing, and we haven't even talked about the Boring Company, the whole Boring Company thing. That's another one of his 6 companies he's got going on, right?
And you can easily see how that boring concept, again, will be relevant for Mars.
For Mars, yeah.
Now, what's going to trip me out is, and I'm pretty sure I haven't. I mean, the first time you hear Elon talking about putting a Tesla in space, you know it's on. The first time you hear about a Tesla going up into space, it's on.
So I think they shot a Roadster in space already.
That's right. You got me. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That was what within the last 10 years or so, right?
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, 2018.
Yeah, right. Okay, I know it wasn't too long ago. Okay, yeah,
Starman.
that was pretty wide. Yeah. So look at that. So now to put a Cybertruck in space, it's coming. It will be here soon.
So, yeah, we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave it with that tonight, everybody. Because that right there make you, it'll make you pull your hair out. So, if you like what you heard, you don't like what you heard, no matter. Hit like and subscribe. Leave us a comment. But yeah, this is some deep stuff. And once again, do we agree? We're not here to talk about political views and all that kind of stuff, right? That's something else. That's not this show. We're here to talk about that ecosystem,
Right.
And the chance to be a part of that ecosystem, right? By when you purchase a Tesla, what you really get. So, all right, my brother.
All right.
It's been good. One. It's been good.
As usual, good show, and this a lot of good content today. A lot of good content.
Yeah, man. Yep. Then man. We appreciate everybody tuning in, and we'll catch you next week.
All right.